Good morning and welcome back to the Angry Poolman channel, where we learn how to treat our pool and our pool man. It is Thursday and we're here at the Demoralizer. I'm all done here. It was too early to film when I got here. And I got her in timeout mode here, which means service ostensibly. So we have full 3450 is what the pool is running at. But once again, 2 weeks ago we replaced the filter cartridges here, and then we went back to school. So we have plenty of chemicals. I didn't even add a tab. They took the tab floater out, but we had like a 3, which is perfect. Sorry, I already threw the tab away. And look at the crystal clear nature of the water. Zodiac MX6 is sucking to the wall. He's doing his thing. Yeah, and so, you know, I've said before, the Angry Pool Man knows all and sees all, and this is just an example of the fact that when you don't use the pool, there's not going to be any algae, and if there's ever algae in the pool, you put it there. So anyway, I feel good about this, and we can move on. Okay, very early. I'm going to keep my voice down. We're here at the stock tank, obviously, and things are looking good. Ain't nobody been swimming. Like last week, we're all back at school. We have just a remnant of our 3-inch chlorinating tab in the floater, and we have like a 10 on the chlorine. So I swapped out the filter. The customer gave me a new filter cartridge last week, so we're 1 week out of a filter cartridge, clean or swap, and yeah, looks really good. I just brushed, so it's slightly cloudy, but I feel good about this, and we can move on. Okay, we have, I need to make an apology to this pool. I referred to this pool last week as Beelzebub's pool. No, this pool is not the devil's pool. I think this is like the Beetlejuice pool, right? And these terra firma pools, and also Sector 9 is a lot like this. It has this little geometric bump out. It's not perfectly rectangular, but I'll tell you what, this pool is just awesome. They're very nice to it, light use. We've brushed, we have plenty of chemicals, and we can move on. Okay, so we're here at Sector 9, and what did I film already? Okay, so our Zodiac MX6 was deficient 2 hoses, and our homeowner bought a couple of links, so I've added those, and they're, you know, doing their thing. Added a Pool RX, and we also a Pool RX Blue, and we added a new cleaner port safety door. So those are all things that I sell from my affiliate store on Amazon. And you know, here's one thing: if you got a pool guy who's got one of these affiliate stores like me, use the link he gives you. Sometimes people, and I think this happened today, where I sent him a link and he still shopped for something that was maybe a couple bucks cheaper. I always recommend the exact particular item because that's the one that works best. Anyway, we're cleaned up and chemmed up. We can move on. Hey guys, so it's Friday, and sometimes I just don't have, well, actually, I thought I was going to go back out yesterday, and with gas being, I read a statistic yesterday that gas has risen price in 48 out of the last 52 days. It's like almost $6 a gallon. So I'm going to be a little thriftier as a business owner, and I'm going to get all these things done today. And everything is in the neighborhood here today. We have 8, and so we're replacing some O-rings, and we're dropping off some salt. And what else do we have to do? Oh, we are fixing our IntelliChem system at one of our newer accounts. So anyway, we're here at the leaf canister. I'm going to get back and clean it up. Okay, we're back here at the leaf canister, and things look pretty good. I had to net out quite a few things here on the floor, but the Hayward Aquanaut 250 does super good now that we've got our floaters on our hose. Now, I'm going to brush still, but net everything out. We have a surplus of chlorine and high pH, I would normally would say like a pebble finish would throw some acid in here, but this is ostensibly a white, white plaster finish. It's known as quartz, but basically the only difference is that there's a bunch of little flakes in here, and they call it quartz, and they charge you quite a bit more. So that being said, I don't want to add acid and then make this thing start modeling, changing color before it's time. So anyway, we can move on. Okay, we've made it to stop 2, also known as the Onyx Pool, and like I've been using phrases before, I wish they could all be California girls. So we're gonna have to turn our salt cell down. If we just run them, I've had practices where I just run them at 100% all the time, especially a Pentair, IC40, IC30, IC20, whatever I get. I run those at 100%, and yeah, but I don't need a 5 in all of my pools. That's what we kind of had this week. It wasn't a 5, it was more close to a 3, but it's plenty of chlorine, and everyone's back at school, no one's swimming. And then we have our floater in the pool here. So for this week, we're going to take the floater out, and we'll just put it here in our dock box. And then when and if the time comes that we need to make up a chlorine shortfall, we'll do that. But we have an IC, whatever it is, I think it's an IC40 down at the equipment below the grade. So yeah, and look at this pool. I mean, it just stays so clean. I'm a lucky guy. That's why these people haven't gotten their price raised, because they've never changed the scope of work. They have this wonderful child fence. Everything around their pool, whether it be the turf, they got grass over here. It's okay to have grass, that's no sin. But the point is that they've made so many choices, and the pool is the star. Yeah. So that's the way I feel too. And when we are of like mind, you're gonna have a crystal clear pool. I'm gonna get to work, I'm gonna brush everything, I'm gonna hit the pump basket, the skimmer basket, and then this won't be taking us too long. So if you're ever wondering why when I do my sign off from here, I am not over at the pool deck, that's because the last thing I do here, second to last thing, before I say goodbye to you, is go down to the equipment. There's just nothing but dirt down there. So, and I don't want to track my feet over here. Yeah, there's some synthetic turf for me to wipe my feet off on, but guys, it never comes clean. I don't want to be the guy responsible for tracking dirt all over this beautiful pool where we're moving on. Okay, so we've reached Spool XL, and I'm always happy to get here, but especially today because recently we've had a leak here coming from our Jandy True Clear salt cell system. And so it's a 2-pronged problem. There's actually a crack somewhere here in this cover here, and then on top of it the O-ring has perished. So I've finally got my hands on one of these things. I had to wait literally 2 weeks for one of them, and gotten a little bit of my silicone here. So what I'm going to do is take this off, which I probably need my channel locks, so let me go fetch them. Be right back. Okay, so a couple things here. We're replacing the O-ring, which was causing a leak, and then so we've got a proper salt cell clean going on here. So this is a 10-to-1, which is different than say Pentair, which is 4-to-1. So you got to use a lot more water here, make sure the whole thing is immersed, and then you can add your acid. And through the window, when you start to see that calcification start to percolate, that's when you know you've got the right amount of acid in. Don't add any more. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to lube up my O-ring here with the silicone, and then I'm going to replace it. It's not too hard. Anybody can do this. Just to make sure you got it lubed, and then put it back, and make sure when you do put it back, you observe it and make sure there's no leaks. I'll come back when I'm done. Sometimes to really get to know every facet of a pool takes kind of months at a time. And anthropology was my minor in college, and I was always attracted to that because of archaeology, which has very little to do with anthropology. So the point is that when you get a startup, right, and you have a skimmer, this O-ring goes right here in the groove of around the skimmer, right? And so what does that do? Well, that's a barrier for the diverter to sit on, right? And it's funny because look at this. I just pulled it out of the dirt when I was there back behind the equipment. And so what I'm saying is that when you have a startup, make sure you dot all the I's and cross all the T's. And this is one of them. This is an I. And I'm going to dot this I. But otherwise, we have a surplus of chlorine, perfect pH. I don't need to touch that. Alkalinity and cyanuric are just wonderful. So we have a full-on salt cell clean now. There's not one stitch of calcification on that thing anymore. And yeah, we won't be adding any chlorine here for a little while. That's good. So we can move on. Okay, we have arrived at the Great Wall, and lots of action since I've been here. There was one of our frog friends that I scooped up with my net and took him across the street there. And then our Zodiac MX6, I think the homeowner wants to replace the treads. I think they purchased some Zodiac MX6 treads off Amazon, and I hope he doesn't get pissed, but I just put the old ones back on and it's looking super good. Now I know why he did this, and we need to kind of prep. When you buy things for Zodiac, let me just tell you, the quality really varies. So some of these hoses, like the homeowner at Sector 9 purchased a couple of these hoses that I purchased, and they were all rounded, and he's like, no, I don't like that. I appreciate that. The guy's smart. The point is that he ended up buying 2 of them at Leslie's, and I think they're like $50 for 2 of them, and that's just a ridiculous price. So, but the hoses are not the issue in question. I mean, they are here, but the point is that the treads is what have been purchased to replace. And you know what, we need to leave those out in the sun, or maybe even use a heat gun on those, or hair dryer or something like that, to make sure that you get the bend out of them. They are rubber, and like I said, they vary in quality. So I'm going to just do my same thing here. This is an adult pool. I love it. There's an inordinate amount of roly-polies in here, and so that's currently what our Zodiac MX6 is backing up right now. Sometimes I think that maybe I might omit the leaf canister here. They don't get that much stuff here. Look, they have synthetic turf, they have succulents in the ground. Those palm trees are nice and far away, so not a whole lot of things fall in this pool. They crawl in this pool. So anyway, I'm going to do my thing, and then we can move on. Okay, so the Angry Pool Man has solutions for all problems. Not in life, but just regarding your pool. So you know how I feel about the MX6. Love it, right? Greatest cleaner on the market. However, the hoses suck. They don't stay together, and this has been an ongoing problem right here at this pool, and they've only had this thing for like 4 or 5 months. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to swap out all that hose for this Hayward hose. This is just a conventional hose, and the way that we can do that, I call this a gender bender. And I don't know, these are about 12 bucks. I'll leave a link in the description. But what this does is it takes, I'm an old guy, so I like old songs, and one of my favorite songs is Bridge Over Troubled Waters by Simon and Garfunkel. And I'll tell you why I like that, because it's the sound of silence. You hear that? Yes, that's the sound of no air being sucked by a cleaner hose. I'm loving it. So yeah, we've switched it all out with this universal Hayward. Once again, brand doesn't matter, and we still have our Zodiac MX6s. So I'll just make a deal with the homeowner, and if he's watching this, I don't know if I'll interface with him, but if he's watching this, I'll tell you what, I'll swap them out and give them to some people who need them. In the meantime, you guys got as many as you need. And then we'll do something with the leaf canister. Maybe I'll buy that off you or something. But yeah, I feel really good about this, and we can move on. I think there was a song by a band named Garbage called "I'm Only Happy When It Rains," and you know what? I can appreciate that ideology. So we're here at the first infinity pool on Friday, and I've just added 5 bags of salt, and my Pentair Rebel is up there doing a little bit of my work, kind of vacuuming. He doesn't suck it all up. You have to brush it in. I've mentioned before that I did sell these homeowners a Telsa 40 or 60, I forget which model it was, but it was the lesser model, and the only reason that's different is auto shut off. So my Telsa 90, and I'll leave a link in the description. I know they're sold out. I have a link for a 2023 replacement, and it's right about the same price, about $229 or $219 or something. But anyway, like I said, I added 5 bags of salt here, and the pool is absolutely looking great. Here's our chemicals. Once again, everybody's back at school. pH is right on at like 7.8 or 8, and I'm just gonna let it ride, actually. So in fact, I don't even think I'm gonna add a tab to the floater in the trough. And so this is a Hayward system, and Hayward salt cell, and so we need a salt cell clean here desperately. But unfortunately, the salt cell cleaner that I have, it broke, and so I can't thread anything in. So this week I won't be able to do the salt cell clean. It's not a problem. I'm gonna brush, do my thing, and then we can move on to the original spool. Okay, I feel good about this. Like I say, I do everything every time. So I brush the tile, I hit it with the tile pad, and I also brush every horizontal surface, all the walls, brush the entire trough, netted it, and Telsa 90. So yeah, we're looking good in there. We're good. This pool, we're gonna let it ride. Unbelievable. But yeah, I feel good about this, and we can move on. I've said it before, in the land of the free, use your freedom of choice. Your freedom of choice. Yeah, you can put in any plants you want, but that's like the worst idea. You know, my neighbors next door, they planted like a dozen of those in their front yard. They look like crap. So anyway, this pool performs like crap, unfortunately, as far as skimming, right? Our skimmer is pretty worthless. Look, there's no action pushing anything anywhere. So bravo, builder. So the point is that we're returning to both the jets and the main returns, right? And then we're sucking from, this is the skimmer, and then this is the main drain right here. So yeah, I mean, why doesn't anything get picked up? And even if it does get picked up, there's no weir gate in the skimmer, and there's no check valve right here. Bravo. So anyway, that's all part of my cross to bear. I'll clean it up and we'll move on. Okay, I feel good about this. Quick pool to do. It should be. It's 1,100 gallons. Okay, so we're cleaned up, we're chemmed up, we can move on. All right, we are at stop 7 of 8, and I've come up with a name. I believe that this pool should be called Fancy Pants. And the reason that I feel that way is that, I mean, check it out. This is, you know, this is resort style living at home, and I absolutely adore this backyard. Everything about it is all for the pool. Succulents along here. There's no leaves that are going to be falling in this pool. Maybe that jasmine might, but only like maybe once a year. We have this beautiful, I think it's a cherry blossom, and this thing, you know, drops like once, maybe twice a year. Everything around here, I don't know what that is. Maybe I don't think it's a fig tree, but could be. Anyway, all of these choices that they've made are all, they coincide with the philosophy. The pool is the star. I mean, check it out. Look at this pool. Look at that glass tile. You don't see that much. And once again, if you paid attention, this is a new customer, but this is a owner builder, right? They built this pool They were the general contractors on this. And just like any other pool company that you're gonna, well, most pool companies that you're gonna use, they have a contractor for plaster. They have a contractor for plumbing. They have a contractor for electricity. Now, there are, I'm sure, many pool companies out there that they have guys in-house and they do all this stuff. That's, yeah, they're out there. Mission Pools of California, I believe that they're one of those types of companies where everybody's in-house, right? It's pretty expensive, and you better, those guys all need to get paychecks every week. And so that means you better be digging pools like every week. And, you know, Mission Pools, they ain't cheap. So, but the point is with this pool, it's not cheap either. This is my Pentair Rebel loaner in here. The one that they had in here when I took the pool over wasn't working at all good. So I have just swapped it out, and we'll deal with that in the coming weeks. I'll probably just have to throw a rebuild kit at it. So one thing that is the issue today is our IntelliChem system. So I'm going to grab some stuff here, and just some rudimentary tools here. And so we're going to go and put the hoses on our honey pots here. The IntelliChem system is kind of rendered useless right now. Okay, so like I've said before, this IntelliChem system is, you know, not your average bear. And one of the things that we'll have is, this is, like I said, our dialysis machine. It'll go and move the liquid from, you know, inside the pot to the pool. Okay, same with the muriatic acid, same thing, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to replace these things, and I can see that the honey pot has been giving some ORP out here, and look, we're down to, how much is in there? Yeah, there's nothing. Okay, so this is all chlorine, and it's good. I'm fixing this. I'll come back when I'm done. It's not a hard fix. We just have to take these and put them here. They're too long. Damn it. Okay, well, I don't feel good about this, but this unfortunately is part of the deal. These guys are too long to fit in here. Now, I gotta keep the ones that are in here to make sure to keep the whole assembly together, but the the ORP is ripped and the muriatic acid is still working good. That's why you can see all of this ORP all over my feet here on the ground. So, but look, they have put in a hose spigot, which I actually don't think that's actually hose water. I think that's pool water. But anyway, either way, we can use it to wash it down here and make things a little prettier. But let's go back up and go topside. We'll fix this. I got to go and swap out these parts. Like I said, unfortunately, this is part of it. The guys at the pool store are, you know, they're working hard, but they don't know the parts, and they're learning things by guys like me that come in and give them feedback and stuff. So either way, it's all part of it, unfortunately. Okay, so Fancy Pants is all cleaned up and chemmed up, but yeah, I don't feel good that I wasn't able to fix the IntelliChem. Not my fault. Guy sold me the wrong parts. You know, if I was a real expert, I would have looked at them and gone, oh, these are too long. But yeah, not everybody has an IntelliChem. Comment below if you got any on your route. But yeah, this pool looks awesome, and we can move on. Okay, last stop of the day. We're here at our second infinity pool on Friday, and our Zodiac MX6 is looking great, doing a great job. Unfortunately, you know, they don't make a pole long enough for me to get out there. Okay, I'm gonna have to get in the pool, and it's not a problem, but it's not very warm, and I do not have a towel, but I'm constantly wearing a bathing suit. So yeah, I'm gonna be getting in the pool and brushing just from like here over, because I can get with my pole over there. Now look, he's going up the wall. So I'm almost kind of pissed that he's not been doing this anyway. You can't see, it's it's super light algae, okay, barely there at all. We have plenty of chemicals in this pool, which we've actually had some kind of lower than average temperatures, and so I am going to hit it with some acid. We always hit this pool with acid because it's so blotchy, and any acid that we do add is hopefully going to help the modeling of the interior finish here, which the homeowner is not happy with. So, but we were going to use the pool here in the summertime and then maybe deal with the builder later on. But yeah, I don't know. I'm going to try to find a way around getting in the pool, but I do need to hit that part of the wall. I'll come back when I'm done. Okay, I feel really good about this. You know, the second infinity pool on Friday, you know, is in full sun all day. And we've had some lower temperatures, like I said before, but we actually had a chlorine surplus, not a shortfall. Unbelievable. Another pool, second infinity pool on Friday that we're gonna let ride. Wow. I'm gonna go buy a lottery ticket because I'm feeling really lucky. Guys, if you got anything out of this, give me a like, subscribe if you haven't done so, and comment if you got something to say. I'm the original swimming pool fiduciary working for you guys out here in the field. I'm the Angry Pool Man. Guys, be excellent to each other, and I'll see you on the next video.